Hola, mi nombre es John Olson. Bienvenidos to Next Stop from the most authentic Mexican beach destination. Welcome to Puerto Vallarta, or as the locals say, Puerto Vallarta. Sure, they've got world-class beaches here, but on this episode, we'll bring you authentic Mexican culture. We'll attend a fiesta, we'll bring you local music, and we'll take you high above the city to San Sebastian, an old mining town that hasn't changed in about 200 years. Puerto Vallarta exudes a warmth. It's all about its people. The locals are wonderful. We'll introduce you to some of those people and bring you their great stories. This is a wonderful show. You're going to love it. Gracias for tuning in. The fun starts now. Lots of cool activities to do in and outside of Puerto Vallarta. Today we're going to do one of my personal favorites. We're going ziplining. Woo!
Okay guys, good morning everybody. Welcome to Canopy Tour Indian's Paradise, the best canopy in Puerto Vallarta. Okay? The real name is Puli, but my partner and me, we changed the name. We call you Harley Davidson Mexicana because it's very fast up there. Your safety strap goes on the cable behind your pulley and your main one goes on the line. When you see this signal from my partner, that signal is mean brake. It's very easy.
Yeah.
When you Harley, it's slow and hard. Exactly like this. Side to side, back and forth. When you come into Mexico, you say, hasta la vista, baby, you know? And this canopy, we change a little bit. We say, hasta la vista, maybe. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Just maybe.
How is that, man?
Awesome.
There we go, knuckle. Woo!
Fist pump, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That'll get your blood pumping.
This cable we call El Mirador. Mirador is mean the view. Amigos, this line is the last one. 650 minutes long is the long one.
Wow.
Yeah. So amigos, please, I recommend that don't take a siesta in this one, okay?
Okay.
Open your eyes and look in front.
We've done a lot of zip lines. We've done several in Hawaii. This was absolutely one of our favorites, though. And you know why? Because well, the zip lines were amazing, but you're an awesome guy.
Oh, yeah.
And you're fun.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Muchas gracias.
Nice to meet you.
Let's experience authentic Mexican culture with Vallarta Adventures, Rhythms of the Night. Rhythms of the Night is another amazing celebration of authentic Mexican culture. Oscar, what a beautiful performance.
As you can see, this is some magic island.
This is a magic
place.
island.
Yes,
This is what you call the Mexican Fantasy Island,
the
right?
Mexican Fantasy Island.
From the minute you get off the boat, it's a nice hour-and-a-half boat ride. You get margaritas, have some the crews dancing for you, having a good time. But the minute you get off the boat, it's all these torches and candles everywhere.
Magic.
It is magical.
Yes, it is magic.
And let's talk about your food too, because your food is incredible. From Venezuelan chefs, right?
Yeah.
You don't expect that from the buffets, but the food, beautiful.
It's like, I think one of the most important things of this tour, and also for Vallarta Adventures, is the quality of the service and the food. Like all the beverage, as you saw, we have our own water. We bottle our own water, so we take care of the environment. So it's like all complete experience to come to Rhythms of the Night, and all of our tours also, Puerto Vallarta, Vallarta Adventures.
Tell us about the story in the performance. It's a love story.
Yeah, it's a love story. It's a union between two ethnic ancestors tribes, and when they get together, it's when two different towns of our ancestors get together, like all what it involved this celebration. That's what we saw.
When Next Stop returns, one of our crew members goes to jail. We have a special treat. We're taking a step back in time to an old silver mining village called San Sebastian, 1,400 meters above sea level. It's a gorgeous day. Gabriel is the man who knows all about this town.
This is a town, a colonial town, found in 1605. It was a mining town. Mostly it was silver mine and little gold. They were mining, if I can just point you there, it was on the very high point there, in the high of the peak.
That's very high.
Very high. It's 4,000 feet more than here. We're still making silver here in San Sebastian. So now he's melting silver, then he's gonna have a mold, reproduce or make little pieces to work with.
So this is the loneliest place in town. This is the jail.
Yeah, this is the jail.
There's nobody there.
We don't have any crime. It's just using for when it's parties for a guy who has too much
to drink.
Ricey,
They stick him in here.
Yeah, stick him in just to calm down and not to give some troubles.
But last night, my crew had too many cervezas, maybe too much tequila. Can we put one of my crew members in jail?
Sure, yes.
I think we should. Which one? Will you pick?
This guy.
Ben?
Yes.
Okay. Ben, hand your camera off. You're going to jail, buddy. Too many tequilas last night. Ben had too many tequilas. Okay, we'll see you next year. Come back and get him in a year, maybe. This place screams history.
Yes.
This is the church.
It was start building in the 17th century as a little chapel. With some priests that go and forth, they've been just doing additions and the tower and putting some bells.
So what's next?
We are going to visit Hotel del Puente. Used to be one of the oldest houses in town also.
This might be one of the most romantic hotels we've ever had on the show. Look at this place.
It is, yes. It's a house. It's about 400 years old, this house. That's the original key of the doors.
Let's go check this room out. Nice. You've been here now for a few years. You're not originally from here.
Yeah.
What's it like to move from the big city and live here in San Sebastian?
It was an incredible experience, really. And I quit to a lot of things in the city. People, they just thought that I was pretty mad about it. They said, "You're gonna quit all this," because I used to have a nice life, but stress life.
Quality of life is definitely good here. You've been an excellent tour guide.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you
John.
for showing us your wonderful town.
It was my pleasure.
Located just a short jaunt from San Sebastian town is Hacienda San Sebastian. We're going to learn about tequila. Tequila is a family business for Antonio. Antonio, thanks for having us here to your hacienda. This is a cool place, but we're going to learn about tequila. How do you make it?
Oh, very easy.
Come on, it can't be that easy.
We just wait for the plants to be ready 8 years, and then we're going to cut it. We're going to cook it. We cook it for 3 days in the oven. Then we're going to distill. When we distill twice. And basically of the distillation, we're going to get those aromas and taste from the plant and the alcohol. we're going to put the tequila what we want in our mouth, but as soon as we put it, we're going to close our lips. Put the lips closed, we're going to swallow.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you.
All right, do it. Very good. I'm getting better.
I've never had tequila like that.
No, really?
Usually I just shoot it back.
Really fast? Oh, no.
But this is too good.
Well, the other one is to kill you. This one is tequila.
I like it. At AlaskaAir.com, you have your choice of dozens of vacation packages all over Alaska Airlines route map, including 9 destinations here in Mexico. Alaska Airlines vacation packages include everything to meet your vacation needs, from hotel to rental car and, of course, airfare. The hotel choices are vast. In fact, they even have all-inclusive, meaning you never have to open your wallet. We're here on the beach in Puerto Vallarta at Dreams, an all-inclusive resort. All the bars, all the restaurants, it's all included. But probably the coolest thing here at Dreams is almost every night they release hundreds of baby turtles from the sand to the sea. This is how they start their life, and you get to be a part of it. For more information, go to AlaskaAir.com today and book your Alaska Airlines Dream Vacation. We're in the heart of Puerto Vallarta, at Malecon. This is where everything really happens. I'm with Alfonso. Let's talk about this area right here, because this is where it all happened. For 40, 50 years, the fishermen bring the local fish in, and they've been coming here for 40, 50 years, and they're still coming here. This place looks like it hasn't changed in 40 or 50 years.
And it's very interesting because they blend or they mix with tourists, local people, so still we have these places in Vallarta, no? Like
And not just the
businesses
tourists,
and so on.
not just the tourists, the pelicans.
Right.
The pelicans also hang out here.
That's right.
And they're very patient, and they're good with people. Like, I've never been so close to a pelican in my life. Up and down the Malecon, there's sculptures, there's art. This is the social place for the city, right?
Right, and as you said, the Malecon, it's like the most, one of the nicest places, the public places where everybody comes to the Malecon.
This sculpture happens to be one of the more famous ones.
This one's called Nostalgia by Ramis Barquette, an artist who died in July at 90, and it relates to his romance with his wife, Nellie. They tried to get married when they were teenagers. The parents separated them. 27 years later, after having married other people, raising children and divorcing their spouses, they bumped into each other in a flower market in Mexico City on the day before Mother's Day and rekindled the romance. And eventually it led to them sitting on a bench talking about what would have happened if they'd gotten married when they were teenagers. And that inspired him to both propose and to make this sculpture.
Oh my God, that's deep. We talked to Gary earlier, and he told us this was
is the
all about your
story
love
of
story.
our life. This nostalgia. It reminds me much of what is part of my life.
And you sat on a bench and you talked about what it might have been had you been together, and then you ended up together.
Yes.
Very few people get to live a love story like that and have a legacy to leave behind them. That this is beautiful. So thanks for having us at your restaurant, which is one of the most traditional restaurants in Puerto Vallarta, right?
Right. We have kept it for 32 years.
You've been in Sports Illustrated. You've been in Esquire magazine. You and your ex-husband. I can't imagine. You're so beautiful today. What you must have looked like back in those days. I probably would have fallen in love with you.
Maybe.
Coming up on Next Stop, more local art and an authentic Mexican fiesta. The Puerto Vallarta art scene is incredibly alive and well here, and unfortunately a few years ago, Puerto Vallarta lost one of their favorite sons, but he wasn't from here, right, Kathy?
No, he was from France. He started to paint when he was 7 years old, you know, and he loved to paint, and his family always was behind him, and when he arrived, I think the first really professional thing he did. It was in Saint-Tropez when he first moved there. And then after, he just wanted to see the world. That's, I think, now you can see in his paintings. You know, he went to Africa, to Asia. When he landed in Puerto Vallarta, he said that's where he wants to live. The peace, here in this house, he found the peace he needed to paint, and even the people living with Mexicans is very special. And I mean, it was very special to live here in Puerto Vallarta. That's how his art grown. He could paint everything Mexican, market scenes and the children's, animals.
What's the one I like the most? It was titled
The Good Life.
The Good Life.
The Good Life. That's a special one.
He liked The Good Life. I would have gotten along with him.
Yeah, I'm sure you would do, yes.
This is a lovely tribute.
Yes, yes.
Tell us about this.
I wanted something special for the kids, especially for the kids, you know, like always try not to be, I'm gonna get emotional.
It's okay.
Yes. I don't want them to forget their father, you know, so it was one of the way, and for them to always think about him.
Well, we're very honored that you shared this with us. I wish we
you're
could have
very
met him,
welcome.
but his artwork lives on and will
Yes,
forever.
he was very, very well, I mean, very loved here in Vallarta. Everybody misses
Yeah, I was
him.
whooping. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
You're welcome.
We're one of the best restaurants in all of Mexico. And this man right here is the main man, Mr. Terry. Chef Terry, thank you so much for having us. I feel like I'm in like a rainforest somewhere.
And that's a real one. Here I started 20 years ago. It's a very, very small restaurant. And I came to Puerto Vallarta just for one night, 22 years ago. And then I fall in love with Puerto Vallarta. I said, wow, I want to work here and I want to live here. And all this part we are now was really like part of the forest. And then all the cities start building around.
This is like the first time we've ever gone to a restaurant, done a food segment where we didn't feature the amazing food, but it is art for you. And it was an art form on the plate. This is dessert.
I like the artistic way of seeing life. So the food, the art, the gardens, the design, and then the people, everybody who works here and who lives here.
Well, I would like to say on behalf of my crew, muchas gracias for sharing this wonderful art with us.
Yes.
And I think we should try that last tequila.
No, we should, definitely.
We're in Las Palmas for an authentic Mexican fiesta.
Hola, amigo. Have fun.
Gracias.
Every time Tony hits the shot glass right there, tres, you gotta count. 1, uno, dos, tres, andale, okay? So everybody together, help me, dice. Uno, dos, tres, andale. Salud. Salud. Mexican guaco, come on. Salud. There you go. We have a winner tonight. It's John. Thank you very much, amigos.
Local band Chester at Senior Frogs coming up next.
Pero que sea, oh sí, desértica. Pero que sea desértica, oh sí, desértica. Así sigaremos. rico del fruto, no como tú que ya estaba recogida y sabes si esto se anima, pues buena suerte, a ver si nos inspira.
Tell me about your band.
Our name is Chester, and we are from the north of Mexico.
Tell me about your music, and tell me about music in Puerto Vallarta, because the music scene here, I was here 18 years ago. I don't remember this town going off like this.
We play for American people, Canadian people, and Mexican people, so play for everybody.
I mean, he said to me earlier, he said, I don't speak very much English. You speak good English, brother. You speak much better English than I speak Spanish.
Now, come on, I try.
Now, listen already.
Dice, pero que sea desértica, oh sí, desértica. Pero que sea desértica, oh sí, desértica. Pero que sea desértica, oh sí, desértica.
Muchas gracias for tuning in to Next Stop from Puerto Vallarta, a beautiful city with a wonderfully rich culture and fantastic people who are always willing to share their warm stories with you. Now it's your turn to board an Alaska Airlines plane. Come down and experience this culture for yourselves. I also want to say a huge thank you, mucho gracias, to Paco and the staff at MH Tours for putting together a fantastic itinerary for our crew. Also thanks to Alaska Airlines and the Alaska Airlines Visa Signature Card for your partnership. We'll see you next time on Next Stop. Where will we take you next? Make good memories, everybody.
And then I escaped to work to France, south of France.
Is that where you got the French accent?
Maybe. And then the Chicago accent I got in Chicago.
I can totally hear the Chicago.
Oh, yeah. How was it, man? I think I was going to stop.